Hello everybody and welcome to this week's Markets to Watch from Smack the Markets for week commencing the 19th of November. Now this week is likely to see the Great British Pound and the Euro in focus with a continuation of the sort of Brexit discussions and UK government discussions that are going on this week, and it's quite an important week for PM May. Now that's likely to make the trading the Euro and Great British Pound sort of quite challenging because of the volatility that could be coming out at any moment as news leaks and news releases and as those developments take place. So let's go and take a look at the markets here and take a look at some of the markets that we're going to be focusing on in the trading room. Now, if we come and have a look at the mini Dow at the moment, the mini Dow, this is the Dow Jones future, by the way, I think is at a key decision point area. It's at our key sort of 25, sort of 45 or 25, sort of 50 area that has seen significant support and resistance in the past. If we take a look at this level here on the weekly chart, you can see that from a higher time frame perspective, this has been a key resistance and support area, and the price is just sitting at that area at this moment in time. If we come down to the daily chart, we can see the significance a little bit more clearly here. On the daily, it's a bit challenging here to see that there's any kind of trend structure here. It's been extremely sort of volatile, but we have seen a rejection off 25. So what I'm looking for here is I'm looking to see how the market reacts around this sort of 25, sort of 45 to 25, sort of 50 area. You know, if the market can break above here, if we can get sort of positive momentum, then I think we're going to see easily a move back to 25.80, then perhaps 26.200, and then maybe beyond. But each of these decision points needs to be tested and decided by price. If the market can't find support here, can't break through the 25 sort of 50 area, then I think we're going to clearly see a fairly quick move back down to 25,000 and then maybe beyond as well. If we come down to the lower time frames and start to look at the 4-hour time frame, we can see that sort of on the 4-hour, we've started to get some positive momentum coming into these markets. So this region here between 25.40 and 25 sort of 50 is quite a strong area, as we can see, and the market's tested that multiple times in the past. So we've got an uptrend forming here on our 4-hour time frame. Again, things are looking sort of positive intraday here, and if we can get a break above this, then I think we could see some positive momentum coming into the market, certainly at the early part of this week. So I think for the mini Dow this week, it's very much a continuation of trading between those structure point levels, and those structure points have been sort of so well defined and so well tested in the past, it makes sense for me to be able to look at opportunities for price to be respecting those price points going forward as well. Now let's come and have a look at one of the currency markets that we're focusing on this week. Now, if we come and have a look at dollar CAD, this is one of the ones that I think is quite interesting, and the reason being is because on the higher time frames, unlike a lot of the Aussies and the Kiwi dollars, those markets are looking rather overstretched on these higher time frames, whereas dollar CAD is looking much more sort of closer to those sort of value areas. If we look at this on the monthly chart, we can see from the monthly that the market's above a support level at this moment in time. There's certainly, there's certainly sort of prices certainly not overstretched at this moment in time. And if anything, if this market is likely to be on the cusp of a move, then we've got the market and the moving averages all sort of sitting around a sort of a nice decision point area. The momentum at this moment is still looking a little bit positive, but of course the monthly chart is a very high time frame. If we come down a little bit to the weekly chart, we can see from the weekly that we've got whilst we haven't got a perfect trend structure here on the weekly, we can read into this that the support areas down below at 130 and sort of 129 have been retested over recent weeks. Markets found support here, and now we're sort of moving towards the top end of this range. That move has then sort of also been supported by agreement with the momentum in our indicators as well. So we've certainly got a couple of levels above price, which we'll see on the slightly lower time frames. But again, at this moment in time, the momentum seems to be positioning itself to the long side. If we have a look at the US dollar CAD here on the daily, you'll see that on the daily, we've got a very well structured long trend here in the market. Markets sort of respecting these levels rather well. And we've got convergence on our indicators as well. And if this trend is likely to continue, well, then the market is sitting right at the moment today, right in the value area here in between the 10 and the 20 period moving average. So on this daily chart, this is an area where the market sort of found support before. It's where it's picked up momentum and the trend has continued. So what I like about this is if this is likely to happen here on dollar CAD, we've got the market retraced back into this nice area, means that we've still got quite a long way for the market to move in order to be able to for this trend to continue. So we need to see a move up past 132.5 for the trend to continue, and that's quite a long distance that we could look for trading opportunities on some of these lower time frames. So there's three markets that we're keeping a close eye on in the trading room. I certainly hope it helps, and look forward to speaking to you next time. Bye for now.